What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Just came from the gym, about to walk over here and get some dessert and then prepare myself for the live stream that we're doing tonight. So make sure you tap into the live stream because it's going to be absolutely awesome. But I want to speak on this whole contract extension. There was two big contract extensions that happened in the NBA. Don't worry, ladies. I'm not necessarily talking about sports. I just want to talk about money, and then it goes into relationships. It was two big contract extensions that happened in the NBA over the last couple of days. The first one, obviously, is Kawhi Leonard. Crazy. Clippers is crazy. They just got too much money to spend. But the other one is the thing that I really want to tap in, and it's Erik Spoelstra. Now, Erik Spoelstra, for those of you that's not familiar or not really into NBA basketball, is the Miami Heat coach. He's been relatively successful. I think that he's an incredible young coach. And he's recently signed one of the most lucrative contracts in basketball coaching history. $120 million extension, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead, double check my numbers, but I just skimmed over the article really quickly. $120 million extension. Now, here's the caveat. He signed the extension shortly after his divorce was finalized. He signed the extension shortly after his divorce was finalized. Now, I'm not one to laugh at people fumbling the bag, but it was no way that she could have got to the bag because obviously it was 100% intentional. And I think that it was a smart move. And now you see guys making adjustments based off of the circumstances that they've been faced with for a long time, especially with regard to a lot of these women have been leveraging the family court and the system. Let's be clear. Look, it's no point in talking about her fumbling the bag because it was not hers in the first place. That's the part where we getting confused. Don't you know where he met this chick? She was like the lead coach of the cheerleaders of the Miami Heat or some crap like that. So he met her as a result of being familiar with her for working for the team. And so this is the first red flag that a lot of y'all got to be careful of. A lot of people get into relationships based off of familiarity. Now, I'm a proponent of aligning yourself with people and then seeing how they operate in normal environments and just, wind up becoming best friends with the people that you wind up getting into a relationship with. But I'm not a proponent of getting frisky on the job or getting with a chick just because you've been around her for a long time, because that means you stop paying attention to the red flags and you start just liking people for things that you normally wouldn't overlook. And so you also got to take that into consideration too. I don't like all of that music over there, so let me pivot. I'm gonna head down here really quickly. But we got to stop looking at things just based off of familiarity, because then you stop being objective also. That's the bad part of it, is that you stop being objective when you start being familiar with people, because you start overlooking a lot of the red flags that come along with it. So you might think she cute initially, and then y'all might hit it off, and the next thing you know, you starting to get into a whole relationship with her, and you get married to her, and now people talking about how she fumbled the bag as though the bag was ever hers in the first place. She never coached one game, not one game did she ever coach with the Miami Heat. Never got a championship. Never coached D-Wade and helped develop him. None of that. Never helped sign Jimmy Butler. Nothing. But people are saying that she fumbled the bag as though it's hers to fumble. And we got to change our perspective of what's yours and what's mine. He was already successful in coming into this thing to be successful, and she never helped him get there. And that's another thing that I'm absolutely disappointed in. And I'm going to address this on the live stream tonight about Kevin Hart and Cat Williams and his ex-wife going on tour. I know a lot of y'all might disagree with me, but we're going to have that conversation. I got a very, very, very clear thought, and I got a stance that I'm drawing in the sand on that. You did not make me. Everybody that's successful, you cannot say that they made you. They may have been a cheerleader, they may have supported, but you cannot say that they would not have been successful without you, right? You are a part of the vision, and in extreme situations, it might even have took a little bit longer for you to get there, but I don't know, and I can't think of right off the top of my head any woman that has ever made a super successful man that's at the top of his game. I just don't know about it. I'm not familiar with it. But let's get back to this Erik Spoelstra thing. So a bunch of people are trolling her on social media. And women, honestly, a lot of these women that's really not trying to be out here in these streets and in the spotlight, y'all might have to get off of social media, because you can't control how people start to react to you once you start to get into that space. So you got to be careful about that. And I think that women don't necessarily need to be on social media. A lot of these women don't need to be on social media, especially if you're not a content creator or anything like that. Yo, wives, all of that, just get on there, pay attention to what's going on with family and stuff, and go from there. But don't always look to social media for satisfaction, especially if you're attached to somebody that's publicly available, because then you can catch the shrapnel that goes along with that. But that's an entirely different conversation. Smart man, Erik Spoelstra, he is. Smart, very, very smart, to wait to sign the extension after his divorce is finalized. Now, he's such a class guy that he went on social media in order to make sure, hey, guys, don't troll her. I would be saying that, too, if I came out of this thing making sure that I secured and I protected the majority of my bag. And remember, he's in Florida. So he gets a lower tax rate because Florida doesn't have the same tax rates as a lot of these states, such as California and New York and stuff like that. So he really eating. He really, really eating, and he really getting to the bag, all right? But she's catching the shrapnel and everybody's saying that she's fumbled the bag. It was never hers to fumble. And I think that one thing that we got to do is we got to stop acting like we entitled to other people's successes. We not. It's not yours. It was never yours in the first place. You got to stop acting like just because you married a person that was already at the top or on his way to the top and you attached yourself to him, you should be lucky to be getting anything just because you with him in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So be very, very careful. Don't find yourself in a difficult situation and play it by ear from there. What's up, little man? I donate to you here. Here you go. How you doing, man? Where your people at, man? Hold on. I'm giving you too much money. You tried to get that up out of me. You seen that come out of my pocket. Hold on. I got you. If I'm going to donate, it's different. If I'm buying it, it's a whole nother thing. Here you go, big dog. Have a good one, little man. You too. But, yeah, man, it wasn't Charles in the first place. Stop feeling like you're entitled to another man's monies and another man's bag. You didn't coach one game. He found you as a result of you being a great cheerleader. You ain't got a hat. What up, y'all? He found you as a result of being a cheerleader, and that's all you was. You know, be happy with what you got. And I'm also thankful for a lot of guys starting to make the adjustment and not allowing for themselves to get finessed. At least not 100%. Y'all making adjustments for now. But we got to make better adjustments, because the way that the system is set up, it'll be set up to finesse you out of everything, as though they was there for everything as far as what it is that you built in the first place. I love to get your thoughts. Make sure you let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at y'all tonight. Peace.